Speaking of women who are kind of masculine, I guess. Akademiks is. I was listening to Akademiks' stream earlier this morning on the way here. I'm hoping that the stream is over so that I can find exactly some of the stuff that was going on. But he was talking about him and his ex. Okay, he said, and I say his ex. This Chey Glizzy girl we've spoke about her on the podcast. You remember already, B3. Like, we brought her up last time where we're like, yo, he needs to leave her. Apparently he did.
Okay, there you go.
He's listening.
Yeah, he's saying he's not with her anymore. However, last night she came to his crib. He said it's about 2 weeks now that they've been broken up.
Talking about. Anyway, because she's, again, first of all, she caused like $40,000 worth of damage last week in my house, so I'm getting all that fixed. There's been contractors in and out of my house. I have to call the cops again because when she sees women, she's about to break everything in my crib again. You get what I mean? Like, she literally ripped out, like my mom had to go to court against her because the last time I didn't want her to get locked up, my mama had to get her ass locked up.
Okay, he's still live right now, so I'm not going to be able to rewind to him talking about that because that was like hours ago now. But he said that she came to the crib last night. He was with 2 girls, so he had to call the police again. Okay.
Oh, no.
He said now it's been about 35 times that the police have been over to the crib. Like, no,
35?
The police have to keep on coming over to his crib every single time that shorty like destroys like $40,000 worth of stuff in his house. The last time he said that his mother just dropped a restraining order that she had on him, or the lawsuit that she had on the girl, because his mom has lawsuits on the girl.
Jeez.
Okay, I bring this up to ask you guys, most toxic relationship that you guys have ever been in, and like, not the relationship, I'm talking about the breakup. Like, she will not go away, because this is what he has. He has a girl who she will not let go of this is my guy. If she lets him go, it's over. Nobody's going to care about Chey Glizzy anymore. The 15 minutes is completely cut off as soon as Akademiks completely cuts her off. Right? So she's holding on for dear life. Has any of y'all ever had these scenarios?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Holding on for dear life? No.
Yeah, I mean, I once had it was like a 2-year relationship, but it stretched for an extra year after because that type of stuff, It was like, nah, I'm not leaving. You're not leaving me. You're not leaving. I'm not a person you leave. Like what?
What?
Like what? I'm not the type of girl you can just leave. Like what? Crazy, bro. And show up to my crib, knows my address and stuff. Like,
I've never had like a girl like pull up like that, or like where I need a restraining order, but I've definitely had elements of toxicity in some of my relationships. But it's more like we block each other's numbers, and now like I'm sending emails. You know what I'm saying? But we still live together, but we're blocked. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in those situations, but there's something about a girl who wants you that bad that is a little appealing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie,
the toxicity.
I like a little bit, like
a little bit,
because it shows how much she cares. If she's willing to go that crazy, bro. If she's willing to really like,
he starts looking at himself in the mirror like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
You feel like, damn.
After yelling at her outside, comes back in. Yeah.
But sometimes it could be manipulative, where they're doing that toxic stuff to evoke that reaction, so like they get their desired outcome.
Some girls will pick fights with you just because, like, out of nowhere, just because they want you to rebuttal and fight back.
Yeah, and when you fight back, now you're in the wrong.
Now you're in the wrong.
Yeah. But there is something to say about when you get through a toxic situation and now you guys are like in a state where you're good, it kind of brings you closer because it's almost like you went to war and now you guys are good. Like, I don't know if it's trauma bonding or like what you could consider it, but I think every relationship needs to have just a little bit of toxicity where like, maybe she gets jealous and she's like, you're not going. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, she cares because she's jealous that I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's just indifferent and it's all like flowers and rainbows and stuff, you're like, I don't know.
Like you want to leave? All right, fine.
Yeah, it's like, why aren't you jealous? I'm about to be with like 80 girls. They're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're looking at the phone like, Shorty's not calling me at all?
She's not
Like,
blowing up my
what?
phone. Oh, the best is when you block a girl's number and you start getting bare private calls. Cause like, you know, on iPhone, if you block someone's number and they turn off their send, the send caller ID or whatever.
The key point is that he said the best.
The best. Those are the best.
He
This
loves
nigga's toxic
those
as
are the
hell,
best.
right?
He's like, yo, the best is when they call me on unknown number. I love that shit.
No, the best is when you hit the Gmail, bro. That to me is like when you're really sending Gmails.
That's how you know you made it.
Because you're blocked on everything and she's responding to the Gmails, you know, but you're blocked on everything. It's like
that's real love right there.
there's something there, you know what I'm saying?
Toronto
But
love story right there.
yeah, bro.
The average Toronto love story.
Yo, Shorty, answer my emails.
Like, yo, everyone's been in a relationship and like either blocked the girl or had their number blocked while still together. Like, it's not like you guys broke up, or is that just me?
It's usually like blocked for like 10 minutes or like blocked for like the day or the night, and then the next day it's like unblocked, we're back to normal, whatever, you know, and then it's blocked again, blocked like based off of arguments.
Yeah. Me personally,
Unfollowed on
in the
Instagram.
times that these things were happening to me, I don't think we had the block technology on our cell phones yet. Right? So I've woken up to like 106 missed calls.
Love.
And I'm
That's love right there.
106 calls is
I'm
crazy.
just waking up like, yo, that's love.
50 missed
No,
calls.
bro. I'm like, what?
50
This
missed
girl's
calls. I don't know.
crazy.
Maybe you should dump her, but
You don't love me enough. That's
triple
only 50.
digits.
No, but I've seen that like 106, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, did you just keep on just pressing over and over and over again?
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to voicemail until the phone dies, right?
Yeah.
So I've had that. I've had the pop up. I could tell you guys a crazy story.
Hmm.
And this is way back in the days, right? I had an ex that I had left, and she didn't want to let me go. Okay, she was very adamant about, nah, you ain't leaving. Okay, and then I recently afterwards hooked up with another shorty.
Ooh.
Okay,
Mhm.
and I'm there chilling with the shorty at my apartment one time now. Okay, and the environment is still a little toxic because, you know, the ex might pop up. So we're chilling on the couch, and I can see my front door, and you know you can see the light under the door, right?
Oh, okay.
I seen like
movement. Oh no.
Right?
She's scoping from the outside.
So I felt like, oh man, I hope Shorty's not outside the door,
Sniper.
Yeah.
right? And my demeanor changed, right? And my new girl's like, what's wrong, right? I start, you know, I make some lame excuse and stuff like that, right?
I saw the ops. I saw the ops outside.
But lo and behold, now when we finally leave, and I'm talking about half an hour, 45 minutes later when we leave the apartment, lo and behold, she was there. We go to get in the elevator door is open, and Shorty pops out the elevator like a freaking evil villain, bro.
And you're with the new girl.
I'm with the new girl.
Oh.
New girl got flowers in her hand and stuff. Shorty knocked the flowers out of her hand. It was crazy. But like, she was there the whole time, fam. Like, I see
she
the little,
waited in the elevator.
I don't know how she did that
Yo,
part.
she just like, I know he's gonna pick this elevator. Is there two
There
elevators?
was only 2 elevators.
Yeah,
and as soon as the door opens, she's in there. I'm like,
I know he always picks this one, and I'm just gonna ride up and down the elevator until he comes in.
it was like a movie, you know, like as soon as you see her, like boom, boom.
Dun, dun, dun.
But yeah, that happened.
That's crazy.
But salute to Akademiks, man. Like, pray for Ak. He was even saying at the end of the stream, pray for me, okay? Because I don't know if it's going to take a long time. I think they say, or the saying goes, it takes twice the time or half the time for the person to get over the relationship as of the time of the relationship.
Oh my goodness. So if you're in a 3-year relationship, it'll take you a year and a half to get over it.
Yeah,
basically.
Wow.
Yeah. And if it's the opposite way around, if you're in a 3-year relationship, it's going to take 6 years to get over that person. Like, I don't know how it works. Maybe people gotta tell me in the comments, but like, it's either it takes half the time to get over the person or double the time.
What do you think about being friends with your exes, or being like more than cordial, like slightly friendly?
What does that mean?
Casual.
conversations. Maybe
Flirty.
you guys grab a dinner here and there, a little bit
That's
of
too
flirty,
much.
but you're not
much.
like full on.
That's too much.
Yeah, man.
So where do you? Is it just a complete cutoff for you?
Has to be. At least for the beginning of it. Like
Yeah.
for like you said, like however long it takes you to move on.
Yeah.
That time period is the block period, you know? After that, by then, your ex has probably found somebody else. You've probably found somebody else.
Yeah.
Or you're both in a better headspace. And then if you guys do interlude and come back together or whatever, you know, then
Like
it is what it is, right? But
you got a new girl, right? Or not even a new girl. You have a girl. What's the reason to be friends with your ex unless you have kids?
mhm.
Mm.
Like there has to be a reason. Like, oh, we went through a bunch of shit together. Okay, we're going through a bunch of shit together right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it becomes you have to really give a good reason why you need to still stay connected with that
Yeah,
person.
if they stay around, the door is always open.
Yes.
That's the problem.
That's how they see it. I feel like they kind of keep that line of communication where it's like, maybe if something doesn't work
Yo,
out with
girl-
me, like I can
girls do that.
revisit.
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
do that because girls like to have options, right?
Oh, for sure.
So it's like for a girl, like keeping a guy in their life while trying to test driving a next guy.
Mhm.
You know, if it doesn't work with that guy, boom, what they're comfortable with is already there in the back.
It's like you're buying a car and like say you have like some like 99 Honda
you
Civic.
pulled up with the
It's parked up, but now you're like looking for cars, but it's like, I don't know. I still have my 99 Honda Civic.
I might
bro, you
go
know?
check out that next lot over there. So
Yeah.
let's hop back in the whip for a second, drive over, and then
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Just give it
man.
one more run, test that stick shift again.
But yeah, shout out my toxic queens, man.
Yeah,
Hit me up.
From the toxic king himself.
Only hit me up if you're a toxic queen.
The emails are open.
But I will admit, like going through a toxic relationship, it was like the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Mm.
Whereas if you find a girl who's a little more like, I guess, like stable minded, without the fluctuation of a toxic woman, it's probably better for you in terms of your stress levels, in terms of if you're trying to build something.
Yeah.
Because that unpredictability of a toxic woman can break stuff. There could be property damage. There could be, there could be lawsuits. There could be so many things that can go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Is age a thing with toxicity? Like the older they are, the less toxic they are, because the
No.
more of life.
No, I think you can get with a woman who's in her 30s, her
Yeah.
40s, and she just kept being as toxic as she was when she was 20.
Yeah, still. Right?
But do you feel like girls are naturally like these toxic girls are naturally like that? Or normally it's like they've been through a previous relationship or maybe trauma. Maybe there's some kind of like household trauma and that becomes a part of their personality? Or do you feel like some girls are just like young and toxic and they're just like that until they're dead? You know what I'm saying?
I think there's a bit of both. I think.
I also, my bad. I want to add maybe a bit of both, but I think also it's social media plays a big part, and the way society is like
glorifying toxic culture.
Yes.
For girl and in the favor of girls. Like I think that's being pushed a lot, and girls see that every day on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, and see how much power in a sense they have. Right, because of that, it's given to them.
There's gifts and stuff for it.
Everything. So like girls have all the power when it comes to relationships and dating and sex life in the world. So it's like with that, they're able to be toxic. Maybe to us it seems toxic, right? Because we don't have the power, but to them it's like normal.
Yeah,
So,
there's social media that makes being toxic cool, and then there's some people who just have like family issues and different things that they bring with them. Their baggage is what they call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then relationships experiences can help, but social media is also a very big part in these days and times because it's a catchphrase. It's cool to be toxic. There's girls who are like, I'm toxic, and then like they're just saying it. Like, how could you just say that? Like, somebody should be telling you that because of your actions. You shouldn't just be telling me that just as a badge of honor. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're telling me that, then maybe you should be doing something about it. Like,
yeah. I think it goes both ways too, man. Because being toxic is something that's almost a genre, like being rapped about. Like R&B, and like all like the sex music and love music is kind of like bouncing with toxicity. It's like
Yeah.
it's either a good toxic or a bad toxic, but that's like the main topic for those tracks. You know?
Building off that, like I think male toxicity is also kind of like Future was like the face of male toxicity and celebrated for it. And I feel like as a dude, like you're almost expected to have a little bit of toxicity, or else like you look too nice. You know what I'm saying? You're soft. Like there has to be like a little edge, a little toxic edge.
And the crazy part is that's what girls chase.
Yeah.
It's the good guy versus the bad guy. You know?
It's always been a thing before social media.
Yeah.
The good guy never wins because of how social media paints the bad guy being the one that's more favored by girls. You know?
That's why you have the saying, good guys finish last.
Yeah. Nice guys finish last.
Yeah.
And there is like an element of toxicity that, I think us as men, you almost need to keep the spice alive to keep kind of like your girl on your toes, but like don't do no like crazy abusive stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like showing a little jealousy, for example, is like some girls like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like that their man is territorial over them. Yeah. Or like if a girl is, some girls will dress up in like very revealing outfits, and if their man doesn't say anything, like he respects her autonomy as like a modern woman.
You're a pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's like, whoa, he didn't even say anything. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even tell me to change.
Yeah, like, now the timer's ticking. I'm going to leave him soon.
Yeah, like
she'll go for the guy at the club that she went to go dress for.
Who would choke her out for dressing like that.
And there's the toxicity on both sides. It's like the girl's dressing up purposely to get attention, right? The guy, like, not being toxic not being toxic and stopping her or whatever is
getting shunned.
Getting shunned, yeah. But then she's gonna go to the club with dressed like that on purpose to get that attention from other people. So now when somebody else gives her that attention, she's gonna go for that guy. Yeah. But normally the guy who gives her attention is gonna be the guy at the club who is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because he's at the club for the reason.
Yeah.
For the one reason.
Yeah.
And he'll bag her and leave her.
Yeah, man. Going to a club when you're not single, it sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Clubs are for single people.
Yeah, I agree.
Clubs are for single people.
But yeah, man. Pray for Act, like I said, bro.
Yes.
We love hip hop.